Hello everyone, my name is Zach, I am the Traveling Man, and I come to you today from beautiful Reykjavik, Iceland, on board the beautiful Norwegian Prima, where I'm about to spend 10 days on this beautiful ship sailing around Northern Europe. So come on if you're ready, let's get this adventure started. Now officially walking the gangway to board for the very first time the beautiful Norwegian Prima. So our first stop will be the main pool deck here on deck 17. Let's take a look. This is the main pool on board the Prima. Not an extremely large pool. It's pretty small, and I did know about that before the cruise, but I don't think that's going to be an issue this trip as we're in Iceland and Norway. But it's beautiful, a very nice pool deck here. The pool chairs, we'll walk around, we'll see there's a bar right here, the pool bar. And then there's a big screen over here for entertainment. And then one of the water slides right there, the wave water slide. So just here flanking either side of the pool and the pool bar are restaurants. This is Palomar. Palomar is, I believe, the seafood restaurant here on board the ship, and this is one of the specialty restaurants, and we'll actually be dining here throughout the cruise, so I'll tell you more about that then. But then we're going to go over here to the other side, across by the pool bar, because this other side here on deck 17, just steps away from the pool, is going to be the Surfside Cafe, and the Surfside Cafe is the main buffet here on the ship. You can see they got some outdoor seating. Not a lot of folks electing to sit outside right now, as it is only 45 degrees. Beautiful seating in here though. This is my first time on a Prima class ship, so I'm only used to the Breakaway Plus series of ships from Norwegian. That's all I've sailed so far, so it's really neat to see this new design and new styling. It's very, it's a lot more upscale, it's a lot more luxurious. And of course, no buffet is complete without the desserts back here in the back of the buffet. And if we look back behind us now, you see the extent of the buffet area. Kind of a small buffet here. Back here though is Surfside Grill. And this is where you can come and get some burgers and things. They have all sorts of cold salads, some coleslaw, some toppings for burgers. And then they have toppings for hot dogs. And then they got some fries and buns. So that is the buffet area, be it small as it is here on the ship. And then back here is Vibe Beach Club. We can't go back here because we don't have access. This is additional money, additional cost that you have to pay to be able to access Vibe. And we don't have access to that. But if you do, this is where you can enter. And there's exclusive seating areas out there. I think there might be an additional pool or two for Vibe members. Also maybe some hot tubs, but certainly not going to be needed this cruise. Again, it's going to be this is a cold weather cruise. I don't think you're going to be needing much extra loungers and pools and things like that. I just came up the stairs right there. You can see more of Vibe Beach Club back there down on deck 17. Now we're on deck 18. This is the Prima Speedway bar. The Speedway up above us here, the top two decks of the ship. We'll definitely ride the go-karts. I love riding the go-karts on Norwegian ships. We'll definitely get to it here on this ship. Can we just take a minute, y'all, to appreciate this view? Look at Iceland showing off today. Oh, it's so pretty here in Reykjavik. I've only been here like an hour and a half. I mean, I landed and came right over to the port and got right on the ship. I can't believe how quick everything was. I'll tell you in just a minute about how that was, but look at that. Beautiful landscape. I really can't believe that I'm here. It's on a beautiful cruise ship, but a very, very beautiful part of the world for sure. You can see in the background over there is actually some of downtown Reykjavik, and we'll see some of that in a minute when we go cross over on the other side of the ship. This is the Rush. So the Rush is one of the dry slides So they do have these massive dry slides that go off the side of the ship. You can see there, goes all the way down, I think down to deck 8. So deck 8, like 10 decks, because it starts up here at deck 18 where we're at and goes down to deck 8. These are dry slides though, so I might get brave and do these. I don't know. I don't like water slides, but nobody said I couldn't go down a dry slide, right? So that's neat. Neat entrance to them too. You see the lighted little post here to get in to the slide. All sorts of neat little things up here. What is this called? This is the stadium. So I think this is where they have various different games and things that you can play. Yeah, I see some games up here. Let's walk around just a second while there's not a lot of people up here and check some of this out. That's neat. That looks like that could be ping pong or something. I don't know. They also have, looks like a tennis court here. Maybe pickleball, if you're into that. And then over here they have sub soccer. And then they have beer pong, a lot of beer pong, a couple beer pong tables, a couple of ping pong tables right over there. And then over here they have some foosball tables. So this is pretty neat, a nice little gaming area. If you like playing the games on cruise ships, this would be a great place to come and hang out. Now let's cross over to the other side though of deck 17 really quick, and I am lugging around my luggage because it is just, let me take a look at the time now, 11:17. So I got on board at like 11 o'clock. So it's still very, very early. Here is the entrance to the Prima Speedway, which we're definitely going to be trying out at some point over the next 10 days. It's the go-karts, the entrance up there. So this is an exciting deck right here. They also have the Speedway viewing area. You can go up there to a viewing platform, but there's a lot to do up here. Over here is the Bullseye. And the Bullseye is, I believe, more games, more interactive games over here. So these are the different holes for the mini golf. And I think, from what I've read, I think this might be interactive. Like, I saw something about that the golf ball actually measures your score as you play. So that sounds pretty cool. We'll have to check this out more throughout the cruise. Yeah, this is all the mini golf, but look how cool it is. Never seen mini golf like this before. Certainly not on a cruise ship. There's the dartboard, and your friends can watch from these couches right here. So deck 17, or 18, I'm sorry, I keep saying deck 17, we're on deck 18. That's the place to be for games. And I think that's as far as we can go on this deck. So also here on deck 18, on the, we're on the port side right now. We saw the Rush on the other side, but this is the Drop, and this is another one of those dry slides. It actually does say that it's closed at the moment. It is closed on embarkation day, but you can see the hours there. Port days, it's open for 1 hour in the morning and a few hours in the evening, and then a couple of hours in the morning on sea days and a couple of hours in the afternoon. So maybe we'll check this out. I don't know. These are free though, I should say that. The slides are free and included in your cruise. You don't have to pay extra for those. You do have to pay extra though for the Speedway up there. So now we're here on deck 8 because I was really excited to check out Ocean Boulevard. We'll look at that in just a minute, but I did want to show also that the Local is here. The Local Bar and Grill. The Local's featured on, I think, most all of Norwegian ships, but here it is on the Prima. Hi, how are you?
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. So we'll take a quick look in here. Of course, this is where you can come and be seated and served food. This is open 24/7. And I really, really like this new redesign of the Local, because imagine coming here late at night with friends to eat, just coming in here for a quick bite to eat on a sea day. No matter when you plan to utilize it, this would be a great place to eat. And I think there's another side to the Local over here. So let's walk over and see that. Hi. Yeah, here's the other side of the Local, and I think, yep, there is a bar here, but more seating in here, a huge screen, so I guess maybe they have some entertainment options that they provide in here. But I really like these chairs and the seating that they offer. That's really, really neat. And then there's a full bar in here, over here on this side. So this is the Local on deck 8. Now we're gonna step outside of the Local because I wanna show you Ocean Boulevard. And Ocean Boulevard is a deck that's outside. It extends outside the edge of the ship all the way around deck 8. And so there's a lot of restaurants back here. There's of course a lot of seating, a lot of really cool seating. There you can see the slide. So earlier we were up at deck 18. Now we've come all the way down to deck 8, and that's where the slide starts and stops. So I don't know, y'all. We'll see if I do that or not. That looks pretty crazy to me. But I just wanted to show you some of the seating out here and explore this together. Again, this is the first time I'm ever seeing this ship. So first time I'm ever seeing a lot of this. I really think it's a really awesome ship. I mean, again, very modern ship, very deluxe ship. From what I've seen so far, the few decks that I've seen, the Prima definitely holds a lot of luxury that a lot of the other Norwegian ships don't necessarily have. I mean, just look at this seating here. This is really cool. This is accessible to anyone. We're not in a private or exclusive area of the ship right now. Also pan around here and show you something else that's really cool. Oh, Iceland, y'all. Check that out. Amazing. So hello and welcome officially to the Norwegian Prima. I'm so excited about this cruise. Again, we're starting here today in Reykjavik, Iceland. My first time in Reykjavik. I'm really excited about this. We have 10 days on this cruise. The first 3 days of this cruise, we're going to be in Iceland. Of course, today is Embarkation Day. We're in Reykjavik. Tomorrow, we're going to be up a little bit further north. The next 2 days, we're going to be in the north of Iceland at a couple different ports, and you're going to see that right here on the channel. We're going to be going north of the Arctic Circle, which I've never done before, so this is kind of like a bucket list cruise because I've always wanted to just explore every inch of the world, every corner of the world that I can get to. So I'm glad that I can do a lot of that this cruise. 10 days, so we have a few days in Iceland, we'll have a sea day, then we'll be over in Norway. We actually have 3 days in Norway this cruise, which I'm really excited about because I was able to go to Norway last summer and really enjoyed it. So can't wait to go back and explore more of that on this cruise. And then we're going to be going down to Amsterdam, my first time in Amsterdam. We're going to be going to Belgium, my first time in Belgium. And then we're going to end it all in Southampton and London in 10 days. So I've got a lot to bring you from this cruise. It's going to be very exciting. Not only are we on a new ship, this ship came out in 2022, I think, 2022. I should know that. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2022 when this came out. Just a couple years old. Of course, her sister Viva is newer. So this is the second newest ship in Norwegian's fleet. And like I said, so far it's looking absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to explore more of the ship and show you more of this beautiful experience as we go. In a bit, I'm going to take you up to the stateroom when those are available and show you. I'm going to be staying in a type of stateroom this cruise that I've not stayed in a long time. Well, I'm going to be in an inside cabin, I'll tell you that. But we'll check that out in just a minute. I'm really excited to see that because the cabins, the staterooms on this ship, like everything else, look absolutely beautiful. So let's go explore some more of the Prima. I just wanted to welcome you and give you sort of the background of where we're going on this ship and why it's so special. 10 days in Northern Europe on a beautiful new cruise ship. All right, so continuing our look at Ocean Boulevard, we're now going to step into Indulge Food Hall. And Indulge Food Hall is at the back of deck 8, and I'm really excited about this because I have heard lots of great things about this concept. A lot of people really excited about Indulge Food Hall. And oh, that's a window, y'all. That is not a door. I'm a little tired. Looks like they have here automated drink machines or automated beer and wine. It looks like they have some Cabernet, some Chardonnay, some Rosé. And you can actually, I say automated, it's not really automated, but you can do it yourself, I guess. It's a self-pour machine. So you place your key card there and you put it under the tap, and I guess it'll charge it to your room. So that's here at Indulge Food Hall. So a lot of places to sit outside to bring your food. You can see all the tables and things around here, but I'm going to step inside and show you what's so cool about Indulge Food Hall. Basically, Indulge Food Hall has all of these unique places to grab food from. Over here they have Coco's, and Coco's is where you can get some desserts. Let's see what they have here in the case. A lot of chocolates and things, some red velvet. These are additional costs here, but not everything in Indulge is additional costs because most things are included. Over here they have noodles, where they have various different ramens and noodle bowls and things like that. So essentially you sit down here and you can order yourself something to eat. I'm not sure that they're open yet, but it's basically like a food truck concept, right? It's one dining hall that's open and you can come in here and you can order just made to order things. Over here is Q Texas Smokehouse. Now Q Texas Smokehouse is a specialty restaurant on board some of the Breakaway Plus series of ships from Norwegian, but here in Indulge Food Hall, it is a place where you can get free bites, free food essentially. So this is one of the places that you can order, and they have some sitting up here, I guess just to kind of show off what they have. Some of their coleslaw and potato salad and things. Indulge Food Hall is also a location of Starbucks. Of course, Starbucks is on a lot of the Norwegian ships, if not all of them. And this is one of the locations, Indulge Food Hall, here on the Prima. And again, just going to remark about all the places that there are to sit. I am noticing at these tables, there are the little tablets to order food. Let's see. They're not turning on. I don't think it's open yet because, like I said, it's just 11:30. It may not open until noon or later. And this sign here actually says that Starbucks is closed right now, but they are pleased to serve you at the main Starbucks store on Deck 7 forward. So Deck 7 forward is another location for Starbucks. But so many places to eat in here, so many places that I could show you. The garden over here, I assume this is like salads and things. And then back here, this is more desserts. I think these are the free desserts here. Just desserts. And they have a lot of different things in here for you to just take away. So really cool. I really like this concept of Indulge Food Hall. So whereas the buffet up on Deck 17 was kind of small, I think that Indulge Food Hall is kind of wide because you can come down here and get all sorts of different things. Sort of like a buffet with all the different stations, but a little bit different too because everything is made to order. And then here are a couple of actual food trucks. They have a tapas food truck, and then they have the Latin Quarter right here. You can see the menu of some of the stuff that they have. Guacamole, a mushroom tostada, and then back here is the Luna Bar. And then we're gonna step out right over here to go back outside, back onto Ocean Boulevard on Deck 8. So here on Deck 8 on the port side, they do have these neat signs. So we're leaving Indulge Food Hall, but it does show you that the aft elevators are above, the concourse, Infinity Beach, La Terraza, the local bar and grill, which we saw, Los Lobos, which is a specialty restaurant, the Ocean Walk, and restrooms. So just ahead, so it looks like there's a lot more for us to explore here on Deck 8. So I hope y'all are doing well. We're just gonna explore it all and check it all out, y'all. I can't tell you how excited I am just to be on a new ship, or new to me ship. It's a brand new ship to me. I've always wanted to sail on Prima. Ever since I saw the original concept artwork for the ship when they first announced it, I was like, I have to get on that ship because it looks so modern, it looks so luxurious. And it really, I'm gonna make a comparison here that I think a lot of you might be able to relate to because you've sailed on the ships, but it's really put me a lot in mind of some of the newer celebrity ships, the Edge series of ships, because everything does have that like elegant touch to it. It does feel a little bit more upscale, and the ship itself is just beautiful. So I'm just excited. I keep saying that, I know, but it bears repeating because this is an exciting trip to be here in Northern Europe and Iceland and to be on the Prima. So there's that other slide that was over here on the port side. You can see it starts up at Deck 18 and then it ends right here. What do y'all think? Would you do this? Let me know in the comments. Who is brave enough to go down this slide? What it looks like up inside it, I don't know. If you're claustrophobic, you might have issues with that, because imagine you're going through that. It's dark that far up. That's a long way to go in the dark. So as I mentioned earlier, I've sailed on the Breakaway Plus series ships before. One of my favorite parts of those ships is the waterfront, and that's what this Ocean Boulevard's reminding me of. Again, it's the outdoor seating for specialty restaurants. This is the outdoor seating for Los Lobos, which is the upscale specialty Mexican restaurant on board the ship. And then over here we have Onda, which is the Italian specialty dining restaurant. And I'll actually be eating at Onda later this vlog because I'm eating here tonight for my first meal on the ship. But I will not be sitting outside. I promise you that. It's too cold to be outside in Iceland. So this section of Deck 8, they actually have this glass walkway, which is kind of making me nervous, not gonna lie. But you can see down below us down there, all the port workers getting all that luggage and stuff on board, loading us up for our 10-day cruise over to London. But imagine being at sea and being able to look down at this. So now we're nearing the front of the ship. It's loud up here with the vents blowing. But I will show you that this walkway does go all the way around the front. Look at that. There's actually the very front of the ship, but no Titanic moments here, because that is not open to the public. You see the rail here keeping folks out. But you can walk all the way around the front and be shielded inside the hull of the ship. And I'm probably gonna be out here quite a bit during this cruise in this, on Deck 8 in these seating areas, because like I said, I do have an inside cabin. So I'm pretty sure you'll see me out here a lot, see a lot of shots from out here. But that's okay with me, because imagine just sitting in these chairs here with maybe a coffee or something, maybe a good book, and having views like this to take in. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. So while we're sitting here taking in the view, just waiting on rooms to be ready, I did want to show you the internet, how to access that. So I went to my settings, my Wi-Fi settings, to select NCL Internet Prima. And I will say that I got the free at sea with my booking, which includes 150 minutes of internet, but I did upgrade to the unlimited premium internet. And so now it wants me to log in with my first name, last name, and date of birth. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I did that, and now it's prompting me to buy a package. And it looks like, just so that you know, once you're on the ship, the streaming voyage Wi-Fi pass is $39.99 per day per device. And that's the streaming package. Then there's a Wi-Fi pass, which doesn't include video streaming or VPN access. That's $29.99 per day. And then 150 minutes is $100. So I'm just telling you, if you're going to sell Norwegian or any cruise ship on any cruise line, you need to make sure that you are booking your internet packages before the cruise, because that is an outrageous price. That'd be over $400, and I paid, I think, a little over $299, something like that. So it is cheaper if you book in advance of your cruise. But this isn't working. Of course, I've already bought mine, so I don't need to buy it again. So I got to figure this out a little bit. So I don't think I said it earlier, because I was just like so jumbled when I got on board the ship. But we're officially on a cruise, y'all, because we have completed muster station. One thing that Norwegian does once you board their ships, they make sure that you immediately go to your muster station. I mean, they saw me in the hallway and they're like, have you gone to your muster station yet? And I was like, no. And they were like, you're going right now. What deck? Let me see. You go here now. And the cool thing is, once you do go to your muster station, it's so quick. They just look at your card and they tell you, in the event of an emergency, come here. Norwegian does send out a safety video ahead of the cruise, usually a week or two, and sometimes they send it like 10 times. It can be quite annoying. But you just watch that safety video, and it just shows you all the safety procedures, how to don your life jacket, where to go in the event of an emergency. And then when you get on board, just go to your muster station, and it's as simple as that. Now we are officially on a cruise on the Norwegian Prima. We officially don't have internet, though. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know why it's still prompting me to buy it again, even though I already have it on my account. So I'm going to probably have to go to guest services and check that out. Let me go ahead and talk about the embarkation process here in Reykjavik. It was very, very easy. First of all, I flew in this morning. Like, I got in probably just like 3 hours ago. My plane landed at the airport. The airport here in Iceland is about an hour away from the port here in Reykjavik. So I did take a bus. The bus was purchased through Norwegian. It was their transfer that they offer from the airport to the port. I think that was around $75 that I paid for that. Now, there are cheaper options. There is Flybus that they offer at the airport here in Iceland, and they were actually selling that on the plane. I flew Icelandair here to Iceland, and they were selling tickets for that on the plane before we got off. So they did say that they do come to the cruise port, and that was like $35. Just know that if you're selling from Reykjavik, that you can get that a little bit cheaper. But the embarkation process was so easy. It was so quick. Once the bus dropped us off, I had carry-on bags, so I didn't have to drop luggage or anything. After going through the general security process, like you do at every port, they called me up to a desk. There was a desk immediately available. At the desk, they gave me my key card, because Norwegian does give you your key card at check-in. You don't have to wait and get it at your stateroom when you board the ship. And once they gave me my key card, they were like, just proceed to board the ship, which I couldn't believe, because it was like just right before 11 o'clock, and it said on all my documents that boarding wasn't going to start till noon. So I was kind of surprised that we were boarding that soon, kind of caught off guard, but here we are on board the ship, and I couldn't be happier to be here. And speaking of muster station, we are back on deck 8, and there is my muster station right over there. Let's take one look down here into the Primrose Atrium. This is the main atrium here on board the Prima, and it's very beautiful. Of course, you enter right there. You see the folks coming in right down there. That's where you first enter the ship. It actually looks like might be the casino, or part of the casino where you enter. But 3 decks here. Looks like there's a bar across the atrium here on deck 8. Might be another bar. Maybe that's the Starbucks, I think. Yeah, right down there, that's the Starbucks on deck 7. So I did want to remark that here on deck 6 forward is the Prima Theater. I do want to say that on embarkation day, this is reservation center. So this is where you want to come to make any dining reservations that you might need to make, any show reservations, entertainment reservations that you didn't get ahead of the cruise. You will make those here in the Prima Theater. So let's take a step in here and sort of see what that process is like for making those reservations. So you can see this is the main theater, and I talked about it being transformational because you can see actually those are the seats over there. They're kind of like bleachers that pull out from the wall, and then they can have shows here on the main stage. And then at night, this space is the nightclub. So a lot of different things are held in this space, and we'll see just how those are utilized as we go throughout the cruise. But as I said, this is Reservation Central right now. So you can use this to make your restaurant reservations, any of the specialty restaurants. You can also book beverage packages in here, wine event, and then the box office over here, which is where you'll book your shows and entertainment. So they also have in here, because you can make dining reservations, they do have the full menus of all the specialty dining restaurants. So if you just want to come in and maybe take a look on Embarkation Day and see, you know, oh, do I actually want to eat at Palomar? Like, what do they have there? You can do that. They do have all the menus. There's La Bistro, Los Lobos. So this cruise, I'll just let you know, I'm dining at Los Lobos one night. I will be dining at Onda tonight, La Bistro one night, and then Palomar one night. So I did ask about the entertainment reservations and what I needed to make reservations for. There are 2 shows that you can see up at the top here. The Donna Summer the Musical, that is like the big show for this cruise. I did actually already make reservations for that before the cruise, so I'm good there. And then Price is Right. They'll have Price is Right a couple nights in the main theater also. So those are the ones that you do want to make reservations for either before the cruise or on Embarkation Day inside of Reservation Center. They also do have comedy, and this sort of shows when the comedy is on the various nights. But they did tell me that reservations are not required for that. It is open seating, so it's sort of first come, first serve. But here is the entire entertainment schedule for this cruise on the Prima. So now here on deck 17 forward, one of my favorite places on the ship, on any Norwegian ship, the observation lounge. And it's certainly going to be a great place to utilize this cruise as we sail to some very scenic places. But you can see the huge panoramic windows that circle the entire observation lounge. This is a smaller observation lounge than what's on some of the other ships, because this ship is smaller and holds fewer people than those other ships. But a lot of places to sit, and then they do have some desserts here and also some snacks, which is important to remember throughout the cruise. If you're looking for something to snack on, you can come up here. Today they have a mushroom and onion leeks quiche, and also a spinach and artichoke with brie cheese, and then some little handheld sandwiches, some fruit salads, and then some desserts over there. So it's a very nice looking observation lounge. It's just quite small here on the Prima. Just outside of the observation lounge, they do have this huge replica of the Prima. So you can see what a nice ship it is. So earlier we're up here talking about the Speedway. You can see just how encompassing the Speedway is. 2 decks there. It's going to be great to ride. I can't wait to get on that. There's the little pool deck right there. Like I said, that small pool is the first place we saw on the ship. And then out here on deck 8 on the Ocean Boulevard is where we were just seated. But also here next to this replica is something that I like, because this is all of the inaugural sailing plaques or inaugural port call plaques from each of the ports that this ship has visited. So you can see here Norwegian Prima, the first time it visited New York City in October of 2022. So that's around the time this ship came out, was in the fall of 2022. So this ship's not even 2 years old yet. You can even see here from Miami, Florida, November of 2022. So here on deck 7 now, just exploring more of this ship. This is the Metropolitan, which is one of the bars on the ship, and you can see they already have live entertainment going on in here, even on the early hours of Embarkation Day. And just after that, here toward the back of deck 7 is Nama, which is the sushi and sashimi restaurant. And then back here is Hasuki, which is the teppanyaki grill. So it's a very nice restaurant. Maybe I should have tried this as one of my specialty dinners this cruise. I haven't tried the teppanyaki, but I've heard really good things about it on Norwegian. But they have it set up so nice in here. It's a beautiful space, just like all the spaces I've seen so far on board this ship. So just an update, it's currently just before 1 o'clock, and they did come on and say they're putting finishing touches on the stateroom. So hopefully those will be ready soon. I'm kind of skeptical though, because when I sailed Norwegian Joy a month ago, those staterooms weren't ready till after 2 p.m. So I'm kind of a little bit skeptical, but I'm also very tired from my flight last night. So I'm really hoping that the rooms are available soon. I've just been sitting out here on deck 8, out here on Ocean Boulevard yet again, enjoying the beautiful view, having a Starbucks, and waiting to go up to the room. So I think my exploring is done for now, but I can't wait to show you the room. I can't wait to get to the room. So that'll be the next thing that we see here in just a minute. Actually, one more thing to show you on Ocean Boulevard first though. Just wanted to show you on the starboard side of Ocean Boulevard, they actually have some artwork out here. Quite a bit of artwork. This is called The Zone. Again, more places to sit, but just with more artwork this time. Let's take a quick look at that. Some of the sculptures that they have out here. Pretty neat. And then a couple more right down here. So that's cool. Nice little sculpture garden-esque type thing here, just here on Ocean Boulevard on deck 8. So now we're back inside of Indulge Food Hall, and they are open now. So they do have the little tablets working. And I just wanted to kind of click around on this a little bit. I wanted to show you, because here are all the different places that they have. The garden, you can see the garden, they have different salads and even some soups there. The Latin Quarter, we saw that. This is the food truck looking place back there. Noodles lunch, they have, they have a pad thai. They have Singapore street noodles, Indonesian noodle soup, and a pesto gnocchi. So that sounds delicious. Q Smokehouse, crispy fried okra, Lone Star chili, barbecue turkey sandwich, a lot of barbecue options with sides. They even have a broiled tilapia, which is barbecued. A seaside rotisserie lunch. They have different kebabs, pork loin, chicken legs. So just all sorts of different stuff. I'm not gonna walk through everything, but just wanted to show you. And then let's say you can do the Indulge desserts. That just says to visit there. But let's say we want to order something from, this pad thai looked good. So if I want to order that, I can just select my quantity here and click order. It's going to add it to my order, which is over here. And let's say I want something from Q Smokehouse too. So it's cool, you can actually mix and match. You don't, maybe we want to get a pulled pork sandwich. Let's add that to the order. So you don't have to just get from one place. You can get from a lot of different places. You can also order cocktails. They have cocktails on tap. They also have drink of the day, beer, non-alcoholic beverages. You can order all those here. So waiting for the room, I tried to log back in again to the internet. And now you see it says streaming voyage, Wi-Fi pass included. So I'm going to select that one because it's already paid for. So I think that's the one we need. And I'm going to do redeem. If you continue, yeah, terms and conditions, cool. So now we are successful. Status. Start browsing because we're currently online. So great, the internet now works. I did go by the internet cafe, which is on deck 7 near the Starbucks, and they told me earlier that they were having issues and that it was down, but it looks like they've gotten it back up. They were actually telling me the estimate was at cell time, which is at 6 p.m., so 5 more hours, but it looks like they got it together before they thought they would. So now I came up to deck 12 because I just remembered something. I am staying in a single stateroom, or a solo stateroom this cruise, which means I have access as a solo cruiser staying in a solo insider room. It's not one of the studio rooms, which is actually what we're walking by now, but it's just a full single inside stateroom. We'll see it in just a minute, but I do have access because of that to the studio lounge. Studio lounge is a lounge designated just for solo cruisers. So we are gonna take a look at that right now. And it's a very nice space to hang out. Again, just for solo cruisers, staying in a designated solo stateroom, be it one of the studio staterooms, which are the 99 square feet staterooms, or one of the solo inside, one of the solo ocean view, or one of the solo balcony staterooms on board the ship. See, they have drinks in here, all different types of drinks. And it actually looks like these are just like, oh, it's actually, I thought they were free. some of those drinks. No, it's the station where you can put your card. But any of the snacks in here are free. They do have little snacks and takeaway like things. They do have a coffee machine, water and lemonade over there. Of course, plenty of places to sit, relax. This is a big one too. I was in the studio lounge when I sailed on Norwegian Encore, and I don't feel like it was this big. But this is 3 rooms here of basically places for solo cruisers to hang out and explore. And then if you go this way, you can actually go up the stairs to the rest of the studio staterooms. My room's not connected to the solo lounge and studio lounge, but a lot of the staterooms are, which is a neat perk. You can just walk right down and be right in here. But they do have a lot of books and games. Again, just a great place for solo cruisers to hang out, meet other solo cruisers. I just like the exclusive feeling that solo cruisers get their own lounge, and no other cruise line is doing this. Let me reiterate that. No other cruise line is doing what Norwegian is doing for solo cruisers. I think it's tremendous. Not only do they designate so many of the staterooms, hundreds or thousands of staterooms across their entire fleet just for solo cruisers, but they also designate space for lounges just for those solo cruisers. All right, now here at room 16749, this is a solo insider. So it is an inside stateroom, but it's only sold to solo cruisers. I put my stuff down here. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the first time I've stayed in a solo stateroom in a long time. Normally I try to get a balcony, but just the price of this cruise, I was trying to do a little bit cheaper. So I was like, you know what? I can do an inside room. It's going to be colder this cruise anyway, so I might not want to be outside all the time. And a lot of different buttons here. There's also the do not disturb button for the room, the makeup room button. You can also pull this slider up or down for warmer or cooler. We're going to pull it down because I do like the room to be cooler. You can do a quick cool button here if you want to cool the room down really quickly. Closet with hangers and everything. There's actually some pull-out drawers down here. Again, this is a typical insider room. This isn't any smaller because it's a solo stateroom. They've just designated this to only be sold to solo cruisers. And then right here is the bathroom. And I've been excited to see this bathroom in real life because I've seen a lot of pictures of it online and it's looked beautiful, and it certainly does look beautiful in real life as well. Very spacious in here too. The sink. And then of course the hand soap here mounted in a dispenser on the wall. You have some shelves with some cups there. And then the shower. And the shower, oh, it's a loud door, but the shower is very spacious. A nice rainfall shower head, a nice big rainfall shower head in here. Yeah, plenty of room in here. Of course, you've got your shampoo and conditioner and your Revive body wash in here that's provided to everyone by the cruise line. So very nice. I'm going to stand in the very far corner here so that you can see the entire bathroom. Now we'll head out to check out the rest of the room. This door does shut automatically by itself. A nice little desk here with some correspondence that's been left by the cruise line down here. Down below there actually is a chair that you can pull out to use at the vanity. And then of course you have the bed. Very nice. And then the lamps over here on the side tables, they have USB chargers and USB ports, I should say, and USB-C ports. So that's cool that you can just plug your electronics up here at the bed. You also have a electrical outlet here too, as well as a light for the entire room. And the same thing over here, of course, with this side table and lamp. And then we can look from the bed and see the TV over there, and also some goodies that have been sent to my room, which I do appreciate. But the TV, a very nice location to lay in the bed and watch TV. Down below here, I do believe is going to be our mini fridge. Yep. And it does come with some stuff in it, but you do have to pay additional for anything that you take out of this fridge. And they're not included, none of this is included with any drink package. So important to know and understand. There's also a couple of drawers in the room. Nice to store stuff. So plenty of places to store stuff. Again, with the closets over here, right when you enter the room, there's also some hooks here that you can hang some stuff. But a really nice room. Again, this is an inside stateroom, a solo inside stateroom here on board Norwegian Prima. It's going to be my home for the next 10 days. All right, so I can't tell you how good it feels to finally be in the stateroom and be able to enjoy it, to unpack, which I need to do, and just to be able to unwind a bit, freshen up after being on such a long flight and making my way to the Prima. But I am wowed so far with this ship. I feel like it's going to be an incredible 10 days to get to explore. The only downside is we only have 2 sea days because it's such a port intensive cruise, which is fine with me because a lot of beautiful ports, as I mentioned, on this cruise. But I want time to enjoy the ship. So I know in the evenings I'm going to be out and about exploring a lot. You're going to see all that here on the channel. But this room is really gorgeous. Like, for an inside stateroom too, it doesn't feel claustrophobic. It's very spacious. It's very well designed. I love the modern, clean aesthetic of it. It looks and smells like a brand new stateroom despite being almost 2 years old. So really enjoying that. I love the space, all the like storage space, the bathroom. So I think this is going to be a really good stateroom. I did put up a, what do they call it? Their upgrade advantage. Basically the bid for an upgrade. I tried to get an upgrade to a balcony because I'm like, oh, I have to have a balcony to see all the beautiful views of Norway and Iceland as we sail through, but it was unsuccessful. This cruise is completely sold out, so that's why I'm in an inside. I chose the cheapest cruise room that I could get, and it was an insider, and that's okay because it is a nice room, and I don't always need to stay in a balcony. There are plenty of outside spaces, as we've seen on this ship, that I can go to and have great views and be able to utilize those and stay in my room when I need to relax and be out enjoying the ship otherwise. So my plan now is just to do that. It's to relax some, it's to unwind, it's to unpack. So I'm going to be here in the room for a while, but I'm going to catch up with you later as we check out more of the ship. We got Sailaway coming up in like 4 hours. Oh, the room, by the way, was ready at 1:45. So 1:45 is when they announced that rooms were ready. So not too bad. I think it's usually around 1:30 for most of the other cruise lines. So it wasn't so bad that it was 1:45 here, but just wanted to update you on that. So I'm going to enjoy the room a little bit myself, and then we will go out and see more of the ship, the Sailaway, as we get ready to set sail on this 10 days here on board the Prima.
But for the next 10 days, you don't need to go to work! Well, what can I say? You're officially on vacation!
Turned out to be a fantastic day, and I didn't even know because I was in my room. See, that's the downside, I guess, of having an inside cabin. You don't know what the weather is at any given moment. But I'm glad that I came out for the deck party and noticed that it was so sunny and bright and beautiful out here. So I'm just so happy that it turned out to be such a great afternoon. I mean, I would have expected this earlier, just the way it was, overcast. It's been overcast since I flew in this morning. It's going to be interesting to see how late it's sunny, though, because I think this time of year they pretty much have sunshine, or at least blue skies, and not darkness, we'll say, for just about 24 hours a day. So we'll see tonight how late, well, probably not how late, because I'm probably going to be falling asleep pretty early tonight. For 2 different reasons. One, because I flew in this morning and it was just, didn't sleep much on the plane. And 2, I have an early excursion tomorrow at our first port of call. But it is stunning out here and I'm really enjoying this weather here. Still about 55 degrees, enough for a light jacket because while you might think in the sunshine you can handle it, when you do get in the wind it does get quite chilly. So it's July when I'm filming this. It's actually July 4th, the 4th of July when I'm filming this video. So you imagine if you're watching this in the US and parts of the UK and parts of Europe, like that's the warm season. That's about some of the warmest temperatures you're going to get all year. And here in Reykjavik, that's just about true also, but those warmest temperatures are only about in the 50s to mid 50s. So if you're coming to Iceland on a cruise or just a visit in general, you want to make sure that you dress appropriately. Like dress, I had to bring 2 jackets and gloves and everything because it's going to be cold, especially because we're going north, we're going into the Arctic Circle. It's only going to get colder as this trip progresses. So it is now 5 minutes after 6 and we are promptly headed out of port, leaving Reykjavik as we head toward our first port of call where we'll be tomorrow, Ísafjörður. That's about, I don't know, not too far from here. We're just going up north, probably a couple 100 miles. This should be a beautiful Sailaway as we sail along the coast of Iceland. Well, hello, good evening. It is now 8 p.m. and I'm getting mighty tired, but I can't go to sleep yet because I do have my first specialty dinner of the cruise tonight, and that's happening in Onda. Onda is the Italian restaurant, the Italian specialty restaurant here on board the ship, so I am excited about that. Haven't really had much to eat today just because of the travel and everything. I did eat some of the chocolates that they left in my room, but other than that, haven't really had much, so that's why I haven't showed you much food yet today. So really excited about dinner. Just hope I can stay awake for it. My reservation is at 8:30, so I'm going to go down there and try that. Did want to let you know that at 7 o'clock they had comedy in the main theater, so went down there for that. And the comedian was pretty good. I did notice they don't have a whole lot of comedy this cruise, and I love comedy, so I'm trying to catch it as much as I can. Got a coffee and just went up to the observation lounge. Not a whole lot of places to sit in there. I think that's my first complaint of the cruise so far, is that the observation lounge could be just a little bit bigger, because I feel like it's not big enough for all the amount of people that sail on board this ship. There's like 3,100, that's how many people this ship will hold, and it's a very small observation lounge. And I get it, they cut down the size because this ship's not as big as the Breakaway Plus series of ships and the Breakaway ships, but it needs to be a little bit bigger observation lounge. So I'm gonna head to dinner, and I'll catch up with you later and let you know how it was. So I'm pretty sure that my stateroom is right under the pool deck, because I'm on deck 16, the pool is on deck 17, and I think I'm right under the pool deck because I keep hearing like music, and occasionally someone on a microphone like, yeah, let's crank it up, you know. It's 10 o'clock. They need to cut that out because it's time for me to go to bed, because I am extremely tired. A very rocky night here. I actually just went outside after dinner. It's about 40 degrees. It's still full sunshine at 10 p.m. Did go to dinner at Onda, and just wanted to say that it was an okay meal. I wouldn't go again, I don't think. I had a market salad. That was pretty good. I had some pasta also for an appetizer. That was just okay. That was almost like main dining room quality pasta. It could have been better for a specialty restaurant, you know? And then for my main, I had the beef fillet, and this was just okay. It was kind of tough, and it was definitely overcooked for what I asked it to be. So that was just all right. But the dessert was banging, because it was some butterscotch dessert, and it was really, really good. Really enjoyed that. So won't go back to Onda, not on this cruise anyways. May try it again in the future on future Norwegian cruises, but definitely looking forward to my other specialty restaurants that I'm going to visit this cruise. And I am tired. I am off to bed. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and seeing the very first day here on board Norwegian Prima. We have a lot more to go, including tomorrow, the next video that you'll see next week on the channel, where we're going to be in our first port of call here in Iceland. So make sure you come back and check that out. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.